Hello and welcome back to The Nest. My name's Danielle Dupuis, the sideline sports reporter for the Men's Volleyball OCAA Championship. Today is the final day of the tournament, and first we're going to start it off with the Consolation final between the Conestoga Condors and the Georgian Grizzlies. Following that, we have the bronze medal match between the Redeemer Royals and Niagara Knights. And to conclude, the OCAA gold medal match between the Fanshawe Falcons and the host, Humber Hawks. It's definitely going to be a battle of the West today, so stay tuned and enjoy. And for more on the first match, to the commentators.
Thank you very much for that, Danielle. Obviously trying to condense what is a very busy gold medal Saturday here at the OCAA Provincial Championships. I'm Adam Lucier here with the one and only Andrew Milani, and these teams here, Andrew, just out of reach of that gold medal lineup in the Consolation Finals, but obviously coming off a couple of wins there and some real key players and real strong teamwork.
Yeah, both these teams coming into this one with gold medal aspirations off to not the greatest start here, losing their first game, but bouncing back yesterday with the chance here to end off their tournament on a high note in the Consolation Final.
Yeah, tough go with those losses yesterday, or sorry, those wins yesterday for these teams. So they're coming in on a high. Pretty good work for both sides. And for Conestoga, there's one player in particular that's really getting some eyeballs on him, and that's the one and only Wesley Lau.
Yeah, Wesley Lau's been a big factor here for Conestoga all weekend, as we're about to get a look at the head-to-head stats here. And as you can see, Georgian really leading the way in all these stats here as they finish #1 in the Eastern Division. But Conestoga finishing up the season real strong and coming into this one pretty hot, so should be a good matchup here either way.
Yeah, another stat to look at there are those massive service ace numbers from Georgian. Definitely one of the strongest serving teams in the tournament. And Wesley Lau, as we mentioned before, OCAA Player of the Year, and had a pretty good day out last time against La Cité.
Yeah, he had just a massive game, 20 kills in that one for Wesley Lau, and you could just list the awards for him. Western Scoring Champ, named to the All-Canadian squad, First Team All-Star. He's joined with Brendan Vandergeest, who was named to the West All-Rookie team and does very well in getting those digs for that Conestoga team.
A top-heavy lineup for these Conestoga Condors, and they're going to lead pretty heavily on Lau today if they're going to try to come away with the victory against a very talented 18-3 Georgian Grizzlies squad. And here you see who leads the way for them. The one especially, Liam Gray. You see those absurd assist numbers. Definitely the distributor for this ball club.
Yeah, the offense really runs through him. It's all about him finding that open teammates and kind of navigating through that other team's front line to find the best spot. And then one of those guys that he'll be looking for here today is Darian Hayes. He's First Team All-Star. He's one of those guys who's second on the team in kills, but really gets in there and helps get those blocks too. So he's kind of a jack of all trades in that front line.
That's a connection the Grizzlies are going to be looking to time and time again in this contest. We mentioned Georgian. They were tops in their division with an 18-3 record. Conestoga playing in that very tough West Conference with the likes of the Fanshawe Falcons and the Humber Hawks. We'll see face off in that gold medal game at about 5 p.m. this afternoon. But Conestoga has a history of facing some top competition, so the Grizzlies are nothing new.
Yeah, we can't fail to mention that for Conestoga, head coach Wayne Harris in his 12th year named Western Division OCAA Coach of the Year as we get the starting lineups here.
Wayne Harris trying to lead his crew to a last-minute victory here at the OCAA Provincial Championships. We'll let the PA announcer take it from here as we get ready for national anthems.
First, the starting lineup for the Conestoga Condors. First, a 6-foot setter from Waterloo, Ontario, #1, Ryan Clutton. Next, a 6'2" left side from Woodstock, #2, Wesley Lau. Followed by a 6'3" right side from Guelph, #7, Kevin Duong. And a 6'3" outside from Guelph, #8, Alex Bowden. A 6'6" middle from Listowel, Ontario, #13, Eric Caterberg. And a 6'4" middle from Waterloo, Ontario, #17, Dylan Arndt. Your libero is a 5'11" St. Agatha native, #12, Daniel Musselman. And now, the starting lineup for the Georgian Grizzlies. First, a 5'10" setter from Barrie, Ontario, #1, Liam Gray. A A 6-foot outside hitter from Brampton, Ontario, number 6, Jordy Romero. A 6'4" outside hitter from Peterborough, Ontario, number 8, Eric Perot. A 6'6" middle from Uxbridge, Ontario, number 11, Michael Forbes. A 6'5" middle from Barrie, Ontario, number 12, Darian Haynes. 6-foot outside hitter from Hallicove, number 13, Bowen Mitten. And your libero is a 6-foot St. Mary's native, number 15, Sam Thorup. Your officials for this matchup are Chris Getz, Andy Wu, Michael Zeg, and Peter Holliday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OCAA Provincial Volleyball.
We're just about ready to get started here as the two teams shake hands.
This tournament full of great sportsmanship, and one last act by these two teams as they form the handshake line as we get ready to go. Andrew, you mentioned head coach Wayne Harris and the season he's had for the Condors. Wonder what adjustments he'd made from yesterday on to today as this team faces yet another mammoth test.
I don't think there's going to be too many adjustments made after yesterday's game. They really just came out and they play with that same sort of energy and heart that they came out with yesterday. They should be just fine here, although it's going to be a tough one against Georgian, who finished the season ranked 11th in the country. Both these teams looking to finish their season off on a high note.
Yeah, Conestoga had their work cut out for them yesterday. It took them the 5 full sets to get the victory against La Cité, and obviously we mentioned Wesley Lau leading the way, but there's a whole bunch of contributors. Ryan Clutton, a name to look out for. He led the team with 39 assists.
Yeah, definitely a big part of that matchup yesterday. That matchup they had there against La Cité, just a 5-set thriller. It looked in doubt at times that they were going to take that win, but they found the way, taking that second and third set, eventually leading to a 5-set victory where they pulled away.
Just about to get things underway here. It's Darian Haynes. Gonna get a set here for some OCAA volleyball action.
And we're off with the service error to get things started. Free point there for Conestoga. And what do you know, Wesley Lau getting ready to serve. Let's see what the MVP could do here.
He has done no wrong all tournament long. Wesley Lau hoping to continue his torrid run. May have just spoke to second too soon, Andrew, as that first hit goes off the side of the hand and out of bounds.
Yeah, both these teams just kind of struggling maybe to get into this game as they exchange service errors to get things started here.
Shaky start for either side. There's Clutton on the set. That'll go off the block and score. That's Eric Katerberg for the Condors, getting things going.
Yeah, he's been a big part of that Condors front line all weekend long. Maybe known a little bit more for his blocking ability, but definitely doing a good job getting the kill there, deflecting that one off the Georgian front line out of bounds.
Third-year player from Listowel, Ontario. Georgian trying to return fire. Over on one from the Condors. Free ball here. And that's off the block and down. Give the kill to Jordy Romero, who makes his presence felt early on in set number 1.
Yeah, Jordy Romero doing a good job, just doing what Katerberg did on that last play, just deflecting it off that front line out of bounds.
Look out, scorer's table. A nice play by Clutton to get it.
Yeah, right at the scorer's table. Didn't think he'd be able to make that one.
Romero again just misses the outreached arms of the libero, Musselman. And Romero's got 2 already.
Yeah, Romero off to a great start here. We're going to see if he can build off that here.
Wesley Lau with the first touch.
Clutton almost went again into that scorer's table, not able to pull it off there this time.
Giving a wave and a smile. He's making some friends over there if he's going to keep this up. That serve from the Grizzlies ticks off the net. A lot of contact on the net. They're going to award the point to the Georgian Grizzlies. Net violation ruled against the Condors.
Yeah, another easy point there for the Grizzlies, and they're off to a quick 5-2 start here. Definitely the start they were looking for.
but that'll halt their quick start as that's put into the net. Eric Perot charged with the service error.
Yeah, Perot's got to be better than that. He's one of those top players for this Georgian team, and you can't put that right in the net like that. Man, a lot of service errors here to start this one.
Yeah, Bowden said I could do you one better, and he returns with an error of his own, and it's been a sloppy start. We're in day 3 of a 3-day tournament. You would think any rust, any jitters would have been shaken out by now, but not a textbook start to this one.
No, you're right, Adam.
Wesley Lau getting involved at the net, but that'll be blocked. Going for the cross-court winner.
That was Kevin Duong putting that right in the net.
Kevin Duong unable to get it through.
He played a real big role in that Conestoga game to open up the tournament against Fanshawe, winning Player of the Game honors for the Condors. Not in Player of the Game form here, though, to start this one.
Floater over serve. Clutton sets over there once again, a similar play, but this time it'll work for Duong.
And that's the Kevin Duong we've been used to seeing here. Putting it right into that front line. We're going to get a replay of that.
Kevin Duong here elevating and getting it done, pounding it off the Grizzly blockers.
And Duong gets a chance at serve here.
Far side, was that deflected? No, it was not, says the line judge. The point will go to the Grizz.
Yeah. Georgian up by 4 here.
Jordy Romero already with 3 kills on the stat sheet. That serve goes to Duong. Over on 2 goes Liam Gray, a nice play, heads up volleyball.
Yeah, Liam Gray not exactly known as one of those net presence players, but doing a good job just kind of putting a floater right over the net.
Condors left him with a hole, and Liam Gray took advantage of it. That was going up towards Lau, but
that's a double touch.
2-touch violation. Good eye, Andrew, and that's going to lead to a timeout from the Condors as they had a rough start to this first set. It's 10-4.
Yeah, Wayne Harris doing a good job knowing when to take a timeout there. Conestoga was really starting to fall behind. Georgian starting to really get those points going, build them up, and all of a sudden they're up here by 6, and they'd be pretty content here just to trade points and take a first set victory.
Volleyball is a game of runs, Andrew, a game of momentum, and we've seen that all tournament long as it's been back and forth action. But from the games we've seen, when it comes to an early lead, it's very tough for that team with the deficit to come back and win a set.
Yeah, usually we've seen like all season long, just the first team to really go and take that run usually ends up winning the set. It's pretty rare for a team to come back after that, as it's, you could argue it's more of a psychological factor. Just kind of knowing that you're down or knowing that you're up can do wonders for you. And we'll see how Conestoga responds here. They've shown a lot of fight in this tournament, so don't count them out here just yet.
And for the Conestoga Condors, get back in this one. Look no further than the number 2 in the middle of your screen, Wesley Lau. They're going to need him to get going. 1 dig, no kills yet for the OCAA Player of the Year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Jordy Romero just gets that one over. Clutton again over on 1. First touch to the libero, out to Lau, and again cannot find his mark. The Grizz go up yet another point, make that lead 7.
Yeah, Wesley Lau going for the real tough play there, trying to really paint the line with that one, but just misses there.
Jordy Romero continuing a strong time at the service line. Wesley Lau makes good on that attempt.
And about time, Wesley Lau finally on the board here with the kill. We got to look at that Wesley Lau kill there. Just jumps up there and smacks that with everything he's got.
Seen that all tournament long from Wesley. Looking to get going at the right time here in the Consolation final.
And as we saw yesterday, when Wesley Lau goes off, he goes off.
22 kills, I think, is enough to say going off. That might be in the dictionary. But he'll get another one there. 2nd kill of the day for Lau. Teammates starting to feed their star player.
Yeah, as we got a last little look at that replay.
That goes off the Conestoga block. Point goes to the Grizzlies.
That was Bowen Mitten with that one. He's one of those big factors there for the Grizzlies front line, making his presence felt there. And now he'll get a chance at the service line.
Bowen Mitten from Hallett Cove, Australia. You ever been, Andrew?
I have not been to Australia.
My research tells me it's a suburb of Adelaide. So Bowen Mitten coming into this chilly Etobicoke winter from his hometown of Australia. Went for the gold. His team finds himself in the consolation final.
One last chance here to end off your tournament and your weekend on a high note.
Trying to do just that. Clutton sets up Lau.
Oh, man. Not much the Georgian front line could have done there. Wesley Lau all up in their faces. We'll get a nice little replay of that one as Clutton sets that up there beautifully for Lau.
Must be nice to have all that power. Pushing it through 2 blockers.
And a service ace there for Clutton as that one's deflected right beside us into the seats.
That first touch went to Eric Perot and it hit high off that forearm and darted over into the bleachers.
And what do you know? Conestoga is starting to cut into this Georgian lead, down by 11 at one point. That lead's only 3 now.
That timeout proving large from Wayne Harris. Clutton gets it over in 1.
Oh, beautiful kill there. Darian Haynes just smacking that one down. Nice little soft touch.
Yeah, we
nice
mentioned
replay.
Haynes off the top with his 130 kills on the season, proving why he has the skills to match those numbers. Wesley Lau can't find the spot, and that'll go out of bounds. Georgian extends their lead back to 5.
Yeah, Wesley Lau's been pretty hit or miss here. It seems he's either putting those right in the court or those are going out of bounds. It's no in between here.
I mean, 22 kills yesterday. That's a lot of swings of the arms. Maybe conditioning might be a factor today.
Used up all of his kills yesterday. That's it, Adam.
A tournament worth of kills against La Cité.
Yeah, no kidding. Just a complete beast yesterday. He's got another chance here. And not to be there as that Georgian Grizzlies front line was just all over Lau. Seems like they know what the game plan is coming into this one. Just take care of Lau, you could take care of the game.
Yeah, these Grizzlies are fired up early on, and you touched on it, Andrew. It appears they know where that ball's heading, into the hand of Wesley Lau, and they're there before the swing comes.
Someone here did their homework. Oh, just a complete miscue there by the Condors. All sorts of confusion, and it looks like we're going to get our second timeout here taken by the Condors. Down once again by 7.
Started to scrape back into that lead, but once again it's opening up, and Wayne Harris doing the right thing, taking the timeout and regrouping after that miscue there from his setter Ryan Clutton.
Yeah, another good job by head coach Wayne Harris. But once again, we'll mention that he was OCAA Western Division Men's Volleyball Coach of the Year.
There you see talking to his crew, and you can follow all the action of the OCAA Championships on social media. On Instagram, on Twitter, whatever you're using, you could find us. Check out all the action from this week's tournament, as well as some playoff basketball action that we'll see a little later on today.
Of course, we have the women's tournament going on right now as well. I believe they're going to the semifinals today. They're a day behind us. We wish all those teams there the best.
It is a great time to be a fan of collegiate varsity sports, as volleyball and basketball are in full swing.
Everything about to wrap up.
Yeah, putting a nice little bow on this tournament. What's been a fun few days inside the Humber North Campus gym. Coming up after this, we have Niagara against Redeemer in the bronze medal match. And of course, the hometown Humber Hawks face the undefeated Fanshawe Falcons in that 5 o'clock gold medal game.
Yeah, that should be a really interesting matchup. Both those teams, by just getting to the finals, punched their ticket to the finals, the national finals. But both those teams definitely wanted to take care of business here at the provincials. We'll get a replay of that last shot.
Wesley Lau continuing where he left off.
Yeah, don't look now, but all of a sudden 4 kills for Lau on this one so far.
Numbers starting to add up for number 2. Grizz trying to extend this lead, and they'll do that off the block. That was Alex Bowden that went up there and tried to get a hand up, but he pushes that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, not much he could have done there, and this Georgian lead takes a game-high 11. Here, as this one is pretty close to being over.
Liam Gray with the serve. Liam Gray with the ace. He paints that back corner for a big Georgian point. They're up to 19.
Yeah, he came into this one with 91 service aces on the season. That's going to be his 92nd. Just a complete monster at that line.
And just how crazy 91 service aces is, to put it into perspective, he has 59 more service aces than the next closest player on his team.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. He's averaging just over 1.2 service aces per set. So when you're able to bring it with that kind of consistency, that's going to be really helpful, especially in a tournament where it's best on best like it is here.
For the Conestoga Condors, the game plan is simple. Get Liam Gray off the service line any means necessary.
Easier said than done, though, here, Adam.
And now one off the hand of the libero, Musselman. And Georgian gets rewarded that 21st point, and they're getting awful close to putting a nice, pretty bow on set one.
Yeah, close but no cigar there for Musselman. He just kind of raised his arm there trying to deflect that one, but not able to get control of it.
Duong gonna take a seat here.
Yeah, he's been a little quiet in this one so far after a great start in this tournament.
That serve causing trouble, but able to return. The cross court is held by Romero to the other side, off the hands of Ryan Clutton. That's Eric Perot with the kill.
Yeah, that ball managing to navigate its way through two players, Alex Bowden and Ryan Clutton. And Georgian up by a massive 12 points here. Really a chance to establish their dominance here early on in this one, playing like a really number 11th ranked team in the country.
But they get a little relief there as they'll get Liam Gray off the line as he sails that one long.
And for Conestoga here, I think the game plan just has to be to finish off this set on a high note, kind of get that momentum ready to go for the second set, because it looks like this first set might be a lost cause.
Yeah, that's a good point, Andrew. The Condors getting doubled up right now by the Grizzlies, and that sure won't help. Service error there.
Yeah, not the kind of play they were looking for. It's going to be tough for them to establish a rhythm here now with Eric Perot on the service line for the Georgian Grizzlies.
Grizzlies just 2 points away from sealing this one up. A nice serve from Perot. Will be handled by the Condors. Just a little flip, and that'll work. That's Keith Hunt.
Keith Hunt, fresh off the bench, makes his presence felt here with a nice little fresh, soft touch there as we get a replay of that one.
Yeah, if you're going to have your first touch of the game, why not get a point off of it? That's what Hunt did there.
Yeah, I think everyone on that Georgian side was expecting a rocket coming their way, but not to be just a nice little softie there.
Alex Bowden puts one into the net, and that means it's set point for Georgian.
Oh, nice little trick play there by Ryan Clutton.
Ryan Clutton showing the creativity, the versatility, a little smirk there at his teammates as he got away with one there.
Another look at that. Yeah, everyone thought he was going to set it up, but no one really there ready to take that ball, so nice decision there by Clutton.
Still far behind are the Condors after that great play from Clutton.
And that's the set.
Yeah, this set will end with a whimper as that 25th point is won on a service error. 25-13 your score. The Grizzlies making quick work of the Condors.
Yeah, Georgian really establishing their dominance here, trying to play like that number 11th ranked team that they came into this tournament as. Obviously didn't come in with the hottest start here, losing their first game in a 5-set thriller to Niagara. And we're going to get a video replay here of all the errors from that last set.
Wasn't the prettiest of sets we've seen through the tournament.
Or sorry, just going to be the highlights from the last set.
See some great plays made. Obviously, service errors a big factor. We've seen some of the big hits coming the way of the Grizzlies. Led them to a pretty convincing victory, and for them, they're really representing that East Division. Obviously, out of the 8 teams coming to this tournament, it's just Georgian and La Cité coming from that East Division. La Cité eliminated yesterday by these very same Condors, but for Georgian, they're doing a pretty nice job representing the East side.
Yeah, definitely coming into this one with that high record and just showing that's not about just playing some weaker opponents in that Eastern Division. They are really the real deal here, and certainly playing like it against Conestoga right now.
Absolutely. In total control are the Grizzlies. You see that score there, quite the blowout. Wayne Harris and Duong, you see standing there, have their work cut out for them. Reed Saxby, head coach of the Jordan Grizzlies, talking with his crew.
Yeah, let's see if Conestoga is able to rebound after. Well, it was a tough first set, never really able to get comfortable in that one, as both these teams kind of just exchanged errors early on, and then after that it was all Georgian as they jumped out to a 7-0 lead, or 7-point lead, rather, I should say. Looked like after a timeout that Conestoga was finally going to start coming back, but Georgian just finding a way to reestablish that lead and eventually take it up to 12 at one point, and eventually winning it by 12.
Yeah, calm, cool, and collected was Georgian throughout that whole set, and we've seen that time and time again in this tournament. Those leads extending and going into cruise control, I guess would be the term for it, but for Conestoga, they're going to have to put the pressure on early and often in set number 2, because if they find themselves in a similar hole, I don't see a ladder around for them to get out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them, though. We saw that, however, Georgian, they could have played that last set. They could have just been fine exchanging points down the stretch there, but not to be, as they continue to just put their foot, keep it down on the gas pedal.
And this is what sealed the deal here. Ryan Clutton getting that point. Over on 2 he goes, the creative setter for these Condors.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to be a big part of that Conestoga team, trying to find the open teammate, kind of navigate that front line. Not an easy task here, especially against a tough Georgian team with a really good front line.
Absolutely not. Ryan Clutton getting us going. Set number 2. Play will start at the net. Scrambling are the Condors. Wesley Lau trying to get that knuckle up just to punch it over, but a little bit of a whiff it looked there, Andrew.
Yeah, Wesley Lau just not able to get enough of a hand on that ball to get it over, and just kind of tips it on his own side of the net. A little bit of an unfortunate play there for Lau.
Liam Gray now looking to add to his impressive service ace numbers.
Whoa, just clears the net.
Wesley Lau to the middle of the court, but that's controlled by Romero. Liam Gray over to Perot.
Another big block there. This time that was Eric Katerberg. He's one of those big pieces, as I mentioned before, of that front line.
This Conestoga front line really starting to make an impact early in set 2. If they could get things going there, that's a great sign for the Condors.
Katerberg was a real big factor here yesterday against La Cité, and he's going to have to continue that here against Georgian.
Romero from the back court, off the block, off the net, off the chair umpire. That one will ricochet all over the place, but the point will go to Georgian.
Yeah, Georgian retaking that lead here. With serve, let's see if they can go back to that dominant form that they had in that first set.
Wesley Lau with the first touch. Clutton trying to get it off the net, but instead it's Bowen Mitten was able to outreach the Condors and put that away. Jordan once again finding themselves with the lead. Yeah,
Bowen Mitten with a little bit of a nervous moment for him there. Kind of looked up at the umpire thinking that may have been a violation, but no violation there. Point to Georgian, but Conestoga responding right here, right now.
Conestoga inching back after that service error from Perot. It's been the story of the game. Difficulty on the service line for everybody not named Liam Gray.
Yeah, no one really able to establish a nice rhythm from the service line here this afternoon so far. We'll see if that continues to unfold like that here.
That went off the hand of Romero to Duong. See a nice play here as Romero elevates, but finds the block.
Yeah, deflected out of bounds there.
Miscommunication. Yeah, you said it, Andrew, between two Grizzlies there.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there from that Grizzlies side there, and Conestoga keeps serve here, taking their first lead of this one.
Katerberg hoping to continue this run. Condors have found themselves with the lead. And that kill is good as gold for Mitch Armstrong. So first time we've called his name today.
Yeah, it hasn't been a massive factor here for Georgian this weekend, but definitely an important part of that squad.
Fourth-year player out of Barrie. Clutton with a tough play off the net. That one-handed set. Nice play from Liam Gray to get it back over. Perot cannot save that one, and A nice little rally there. We'll go to the Condors.
Yeah, Eric Pro tried that diving stop to try and get that dig, but couldn't get to it in time, although we did see a nice play there by Liam Gray to keep the play alive beforehand.
That's put way up there. Gray trying to find Romero, and he'll find the block. That's number 11, Marshall Point, getting involved at the net.
Conestoga may be getting on a little bit of a run here. Let's see what they could do with Alex Bowden on the service line.
This a much more competitive set than the one we've seen previously.
Oh, that one goes off the umpire.
Better watch out. If you're hitting the umpire on a serve, he might take 2 off.
That's a dangerous job there that the umpire's got. He's all smiles, though. I'm sure it's not the first time he's taken a serve to the side.
Hazard pay this weekend. Nice block from the Grizzlies.
That's going to be too many touches there for the Grizzlies, or for the Condors, rather, or lift, rather. It's going to be called as.
Lift charge to Musselman. You see him lay out there, trying to get to it, and just had to push it up with the open palm. Lau to Clutton, over to Duong, to the floor for a big Conestoga point. They're rolling.
Yeah, and Duong's been pretty quiet in this one so far. That's only his 2nd kill. It's looking like he's finally, could be back in form of like he was in those first couple games, especially that first game where he took home MVP honors for his team.
Duong, the MVP with the serve there. Coming from the backcourt is Perot. He'll miss the mark. And once again, that point goes to Conestoga. This is their biggest lead of the match.
Yeah, this is their 2nd 2-point lead here, the biggest they've had of the match. Let's see if they're able to build off it here with Kevin Duong on the service line.
Duong with the running start. Little floater controlled by the libero. Over in 1. But a nice play made. Here's Wesley Lau. Evades Eric Perot, who may have found himself out of position. And Wesley Lau making good on his 5th kill of the day.
Yeah, Wesley Lau doing what he does best there as we get a timeout called by Georgian, their first of the match. And yeah, Wesley Lau just doing what he does best, just getting in there, getting those big kills. And as we mentioned beforehand, he can really do it all and really makes things look easy at times.
Really does. Never too high, never too low for Wesley Lau, the calming influence for his Condors team. And kind of the tables have flipped here, Andrew. We saw first set, it's the Condors having to take those timeouts to try to readjust. But now we see it's the Grizzlies, and head coach Reed Saxby needs some time to talk things over.
Not a big gap here to start this 2nd set, so this one's still in reach for the Georgian Grizzlies, although they got to really pull things together here soon, or else Conestoga might be able to run away with this one and take this set and tie things at 1s, which could be huge, as we've seen all tournament. Whoever wins this 2nd set tends to win the match, so definitely a big one here.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of 5-set thrillers. Maybe a little bit of foreshadowing for what lays in store today. After that first set, it looked like it might have been a quick day for these Georgian Grizzlies, winning 25-13, but give these Condors credit. They've come back with some power.
Yeah, I really love the response of the Condors in this set. Really came out here with a lot of fight, which we've seen from them all weekend long.
Romero will drop it down in front of Duong, and the Georgians start to bite back into this lead.
Yeah, Romero's starting to put together a great game here as we get a look at that last kill. Just a great job there, getting a lot of air there and just smacking that ball down with authority. 5 kills, 2 digs for him on the game already.
That'll match Lau's game high 5. Here's Lau. Liam Gray will go up to Romero. Once again, a floater saved by the libero. A nice dig. Lau off the block. Here's Perot. Touch goes to Liam Gray, who will put it away. The setter getting involved with a kill there.
Yeah, Liam Gray doing a good job just finding some open space there on the court. As we get a look at that. Lau actually doing a good job keeping that play alive and kind of keeping those Georgian players on their toes, but Georgian doing a great job responding and turning that into one of their own points.
Absolutely, a nice rally there. Far side, and that goes a country mile long.
Yeah, that looked like that was Kevin Duong, just airmailed that one for the wall.
And we just found out why, a changing of the ruling. They're gonna say that ball was tipped.
Okay, makes a little more sense.
Absolutely, I was gonna say Dylan Arndt, we haven't seen too many mishits from him, so he'll put one off the block. and gain his team a point. Here's Perot. Clutton to the far side there. That's a nice play made by Alex Bowden.
Yeah, I think that whole Georgian team thought that was going to Lau, and no one looking at Bowden and went right to him. Good job there.
Dylan Arndt with a knuckleball of a serve. And a nice play there, getting up high is Darian Haynes, elevating and adjusting to get that one around the blockers.
And Georgian still hanging around in this set. This one could still go either way as we're approaching the midway point of this one.
Darian Haynes, a fifth-year senior, brings plenty of experience to the lineup. And so does Wesley Lau, a pancake from Jordy Romero.
Free ball here for the Condors.
Clutton's got to go over, and he does. Liam Gray goes over. It's a scramble of a rally here. Here's Lau. Romero saves it.
Oh,
down.
Big play there at the net by Eric Caterberg.
Caterberg gets the last touch of that excellent rally, the best of the match.
He was all over that one. There was not a doubt in his mind where that ball was going, and it was right to him, luckily, and able to take advantage and get that one down for the point.
Condors working hard to maintain this three-point lead. Make that four as Liam Gray almost takes out the entire coaching staff of the Condors running over there.
And some of the people at the scorer's table for good measure.
It's been a tough day for the scorer's table. They've had a few run-ins with these student athletes.
Get them some helmets and some hockey equipment, maybe. Dangerous job there.
4-point spread. Clutton puts it off the chest of Romero. And a violation there. We'll see what the ruling is. It's a double touch.
Conestoga up by 5 now. That's going to be a game high for them. Let's see if they're going to be able to grow this lead with Ryan Clutton on the line.
Perot, Gray over in 2. We've seen that a few times. Far side now. That's off the block and down. Perot was joined by his teammate Mitch Armstrong. And they put that block away to keep this one tight.
Yeah, Georgian, good response by them to keep this one tight, cutting into that lead, and this set may be starting to slip away from them a little bit. We'll see what the response here is as Liam Gray, one of their best servers, is on the line.
Wouldn't this be a nice time for a run? Scrambling are the Condors, but they get it over. Perot can't get to it, just found himself flat-footed. Maybe took a little bit of a back step and just not finding himself in the right position.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise there that Georgian wasn't able to turn that into anything, as the Condors were completely scrambling on that one. Thought for sure they'd lose that point, but good job by them to respond.
Gray's gonna find his man Perot, who's gonna find the Grizzlies a point.
Yeah,
They'll
Perot,
put it off Ryan Clutton.
top scorer on these Georgian Grizzlies, doing a good job there, showing why. 3 kills on the game for him.
The Grizzlies showing the depth of this lineup. Bunch of players contributing with the kills. Off the block, but Perot will save it. Liam Gray bumps towards the net. It's tossed over, met by the blockers. Duong puts it away.
Yeah, Duong, that's kind of that form we were talking about him being in before. We're gonna get a look at that last replay.
Right off the forearms of Liam Gray. And when we've seen these rallies happen, it's usually an exclamation point that's put them away.
Absolutely, that's the way to get it done. Those big plays.
This game's been fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Plenty of errors, but these teams both playing their hearts out in their last game of this OCAA Provincial Championship. It is Conestoga who finds themselves up by 4, down 1-0.
Conestoga in good position here in this one. If they just exchange points here, they'll be in shape to win this one, although that's not the way I'm sure they want to take it.
Kevin Duong puts it off the forehead of a Grizzly. Shaking off the cobwebs is Darian Haynes.
Yeah, that one almost finding its way into the rafters, just kind of navigating its way through, somehow by some miracle not hitting anything up there.
Yeah, we mentioned helmets or maybe the scorer's table. How about some of these blockers as well?
These guys definitely going into those call it the trenches almost, all that hard work they have to do there.
Exactly it. After that, Alex Bowden service error. Let's see what Jordy Romero could do. A little bit of a delay here for a substitution.
Jordy Romero putting together a great game here. 4 digs, 5 kills on the game so far.
To the net, Liam Gray just has to give up a free ball. Wesley Lau coming from the back court, but returned with an outstretched arm. Duong once again, will that hit a rafter? It will. Nice play by the libero, Sam Thorup. But that just put up a little too high, and not for the last time this tournament we've seen one touch the piping.
Yeah, here hitting that air conditioning vent up there. And Conestoga taking back that 5-point lead here. Oh, that served by Kevin Duong just missing. Just missing.
Good out call by that Georgian Grizzlies backcourt. That court awareness will bring them back within 4. This set still anybody's. Lau puts it over on 1.
Oh man, Musselman would have been better to let that one go, but instead just gets a hand on that one, deflecting it out of bounds.
And how about the power from Liam Gray on that last play there, standing at just 5'10", not one of the biggest players, more known for his assist work, but he's put some balls away with authority.
Not big, but he definitely plays big. 5'10", but plays like he's 6'5". You would definitely want that in your team.
And he'll have the set here to Perot. Clutton goes cross court to Lau.
Oh, that's some of Lau we wanted to see. Just a monster shot on there on the Georgian side.
That is vintage Wesley Lau. You see him elevate, and that is an absolute no-doubter. Kill number 6.
Classic Lau.
Classic Lau. Pretty popular guy. He's got a couple of signs in the stands.
Yeah, we got the Wesley Lau fan club in the front row here.
Absolutely. Keeps this play up, he might have another member. That serve will go long for yet another error. Darian Haynes, the big man who does most of his work up at the net, gonna give it a go at the service line. Clutton tries to find Lau. That'll be returned. Haynes, Gray, Perot. Wesley Lau puts one right into the hands of Haynes, and that'll drop to the floor. 20 points on the board for the Condors, trying to wrap up set number 2 and get this match even.
Condors now in the stretch drive here, just a few points away here from taking this one and tying this at 1 set apiece, which would be huge for them going into the 3rd set.
Absolutely. Set number 2, all important here. Discussion here between the referee and Coach Wayne Harris.
Looked like the referee was doing the substitution signal there.
Clutton gets the serve over. Right
Big
in the
block.
middle of the court. You got it, Andrew. Big block from the Condors. They'll get rewarded that point on the violation.
Yeah, and up by 5 with 4 points left to go. Looking like that point where you can almost wrap this one up with a bow.
Still 4 points away, but plenty of breathing room for Conestoga. But make that just a little bit less as Ryan Clutton gets charged with the service error.
Yeah, still though, Adam, Georgian would have to go on a crazy run here just to make a set out of this one and just to tie it up.
If any team could do it, though, it's these Georgian Grizzlies. They were involved in a 5-set thriller against Niagara just a couple days ago.
Yeah, one of the games here to open up the tournament on Thursday. They play like the better team at times, but just weren't able to put it away and ending their gold medal hopes in a hurry.
Wesley Lau puts one off the blockers.
Great rally we got going on here.
Absolutely, and it's ended with a great tandem block. Alex Bowden and Eric Katerberg both getting up there to put it away.
Yeah, we mentioned before how big of a piece this Katerberg is on that front line. Big middle blocker there getting in there. Definitely a big piece of that defense.
Wesley Lau serves to the screams of the Georgian Grizzly bench. Duong with a nice block there. Here's Romero, and that'll find the arms of number 8. Once again, Alex Bowden.
Don't know what's going on with those Georgian players going into that serve. Sound like a few of them were in pain. Yes. I don't know, Adam. Maybe they need to make a visit to the washroom or something, but...
Sounding like an actual Grizzly are these Georgian players on the bench. But it does not affect Kevin Duong and his teammates as they maintain this 6-point lead, just 2 points away from wrapping it up as we move into this timeout.
We're going to get a look at some of the replays from this last set, and yeah, those Georgian players might need to go to a drama class, might need to work on their bear impressions a little bit.
Also need to work on some of these errors, as you've seen roll through your screen here. Plenty of them in this game. See that one go all the way up there and hit a rafter. It hasn't been the prettiest, but it sure has been fun to watch, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely, and got to think head coach Wayne Harris for the Conestoga Condors here is pretty happy with what he's seen from his team. Real good response from them in the second set after going down, I don't want to say easily, but they kind of lost a disappointing first set, almost getting doubled up by Georgian in that first set. But with the chance here to tie it up, they're in great position. Got to like it if you're head coach Wayne Harris.
Yeah, coming out to your final game of the tournament in set number 1, really just getting stomped 25-13. So the ability to respond in this set is huge for them, and they're doing quite a good job of it.
Yeah, just a few short points away from wrapping this one up, tying it at set apiece, and that could make that third set a big one. Head coach for the Georgian Grizzlies, Reed Saxby, having a word with his team. Just about ready to get back underway with Wesley Lau on the service line. OCAA Men's Volleyball Player of the Year.
Looking to be victorious in his last game of the tournament. And he'll get the first touch there and send it into the stands. A nice play there made by Musselman. You see him leap over his bench there.
Yeah, Musselman showing some impressive high jump ability.
And how about the quickness of that coach, able to get out of the way. That's great athleticism from the coaching staff over there for Conestoga.
Showing all sorts of great track and field skills here. Unfortunately, it's the wrong sport.
Lead by example.
Yeah, there we go.
Here's Liam Gray to the middle of the court, and that soft little touch from Miss Armstrong will get the job done. Georgian sticking around here in set 2.
Yeah, Georgian just 4 points back, although it's going to take a little bit for them to come back in this one, although it's not over yet. We'll see if they can make anything out of it here.
First touch of the libero, a nice save. Lau just has to bump it over.
Big opportunity here for the Grizzlies.
It's Romero. And what is the ruling? The point will go to Georgian.
That one really could have gone either way. Tough to tell from our angle if that one hit the court. We're going to get a replay of that.
Yeah, see for yourself at home. Is that one right on the line?
Yeah, not really able to tell from that angle. Looked like it may have been out, but we'll see if that makes a difference here.
And Duong puts one off the block. That'll roll all the way across the court for Conestoga's 24th point of the set. One away from tying this thing up at 1.
Yeah, that's going to set up set point here. A big set here after a little bit of a disappointing opener of this one.
Liam Gray.
Airmails that one. That's it.
That will do it. The out call coming from the lips of Caterberg. He yells it out. And Conestoga let that one sail long for the 25th point. Victorious in set number 2. What a game this is shaping up to be, Andrew.
Yeah, no kidding. A little bit of a disappointing first set as those really all Georgian. They were just all over the Condors in that one. But Conestoga doing a good job holding their own, just pulling away with a second set victory, winning that one 25-20. So
yeah, there's the last point of that set. That wraps this one up, and dare I say it, we may be in store for one of those 5-set thrillers.
Oh boy, got to see one of those yesterday. Very good game against Conestoga, going up against La Cité, another one of those Eastern squads. So Conestoga a chance here to pull off the double East sweep here if things tend to break their way, but you gotta feel that Georgian isn't happy about how that last set went down, and they might have something to say about that here.
And for Conestoga, they have experience in these 5-set games. I mean, they just played one yesterday against La Cité, and for Georgian, they swept Mohawk yesterday. To see some of the great plays made throughout the tournament, and this game specifically.
Yeah, as we get a look at that, some of the replays of that last set, a lot of good volleyball we've seen here. Very heavily contested game. That second set really could have gone either way, although Georgian was really trailing for most of the time. They used both their timeouts there, and Conestoga didn't even have to use any. Things working out there pretty well for them.
Yeah, you got to think, Andrew, as you see a Reed Saxby there, maybe drop a little bit of plan, see what his fellas can get done in this all-important set 3. And Andrew, you got to think set number 3 has to be so crucial for either side, as that'll put you ahead as you march towards that 3-set win.
Yeah, you got to think whoever wins that 3rd set probably wins the match, because you definitely don't want things, it'll give you a chance to win that 4th set, because you definitely don't want things to go and slip to 5, where it really could be anyone's match at that point. Really, first one to go in a lead for sure takes it. Not like where it's these earlier sets where it's like probably the first team to go on a run. Still a good chance to come back. It's up to 25, but up to 15, there's not much room for error there, is there?
Absolutely not. That's a good point, Andrew. If neither team could come away with these next 2 sets, that means we'll go on to the deciding set number 5. And OCAA rules are that 5th set goes to just 15 points. So unless we can get this thing solved in the 3rd or 4th sets, that's where we're heading. And momentum-wise, obviously we've seen Georgian really dominate set 1. We've seen a very tight back and forth. Set number 2 controlled by Conestoga. Where do you think the momentum lies in this game, Andrew, as we go into set 3?
Well, that's a really interesting question, Adam. This 3rd set can really go either way depending on how both these teams really come out of that 2nd set. Overconfidence could play a factor here for Conestoga, and if Georgian gets down on themselves, same thing, like they could really be down early in this one. But something tells me Georgian's going to bounce back here. We'll see how things play out, though.
Both of these teams flexing their muscles in different sets. Wesley Lau, your game leader, with 7 kills. On the other side, it's number 6, Jordy Romero. Busy early, quieted down a little bit in set number 2.
Liam Gray singing along with Living on a Prayer here. Obviously, he's having a good time.
Yeah, it's been a fun weekend for spectators, players, coaches, even us in the booth. It's been a real treat working this championship week.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity for both of us here to work provincial volleyball tournament. Just a lot of fun here. Seeing some great volleyballs. We had a replay of that last play. Starting off Georgian here with a 1-0 lead.
Absolutely, some great work done by everybody at Hawk Sports Network and Varsity Operations to put on this tournament. It's been a delight to showcase Humber and what they have, and Jordy Romero is showcasing his volleyball skills as he puts that down as Georgian takes a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Romero keeping up with Wesley Lau as the kills leader in this game. That's his 7th, tied to 4 digs on the game for him. Having a great game here so far.
A nice little stat sheet serving up for Romero. To see the big man there, that's Caterberg putting it away. Caterberg standing at 6'6", and you see him use all that length there.
Doing a good job there. He's got to be a big part here if Conestoga is going to stay alive in this one.
Nice dig off the foot from Liam Gray. You don't see that too often. Romero able to put it over. Duong finds the top of the net, and that point will go to Georgian and give that point to Liam Gray, who uses the boot to keep that one alive.
Yeah, it looked like Duong was finally starting to get his game together in that 2nd set. Really had a good set there, but struggling here early on in the 3rd set, putting that one right into the side pole.
Wesley Lau gets a hold of that one. Clutton with the one-handed set. Duong trying to punch it over, but just couldn't get enough mustard on it. So that one floats out of bounds.
Yeah, another unfortunate play there for Duong. Is having trouble here establishing a rhythm in the 3rd set.
Yeah, these errors continue. Don't expect one for Liam Gray as he gets that one over. Duong finds 2 blockers. That is 12 and 14. Armstrong and Haynes getting involved for the Grizzlies.
It looks like these Condors are trying to just get everything funneled to Duong there in that front line. Not working though right now. They might have to change up their game plan.
Service error there from Gray will end his run. And Andrew, you start to think this one is looking quite a bit like set number 1, where we saw Georgian take a big lead early and really never looked back.
Yeah, Georgian already starting to build up that lead, up 3 here already, but Conestoga's got served. We can see what they're able to do here with this opportunity.
Clutton, he'll feed Bowden, and he'll put it down for Conestoga as they try to stay tight here in set number 3. See a nice set there, and Bowden puts it away.
Yeah, that's what Conestoga's going to need more of that, is they're going to just try and stay alive in this one, trailing in this set. Not what they needed there, though.
Yeah, you can hear that out call coming from multiple Grizzly players, and they're right on the money. That'll earn them the serve. Here's Jordy Romero. And once again, getting on a roll here is Alex Bowden. Back-to-back kills for the young man.
Yeah, this one's still within range. Conestoga was only down by 2, so still a lot of time to take the lead in this one.
This game tied at 1, still anybody's contest. A pancake block coming from Clutton, and that'll save the Condors in this rally. But they can't be saved there, as that shot from Darian Haynes will find a fingertip and roll out of bounds.
Yeah, a good play there by Georgian to just send that one there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, beautiful play there by Haynes to get that deflected out of bounds.
Lau with the first touch. Here's Clutton. Once again, it's Bowden. They're giving him the ball often in set 3. Haynes once again putting it off the block. Now he's starting to fill up the stat sheet. That's 2 digs and 4 kills for number 12.
And you mentioned it here before, partner. This one's starting to look a lot like that first set. Georgian, that lead up to 4 now, and something tells me that lead's going to continue to climb up here.
Not a great first touch, but able to recover. Here's Duong. Liam Gray gonna set up Haynes. Wesley Lau gets a hand on it, but puts it into the scorer's table.
And another point there for Georgian.
This lead all the way up to 5 now. As Georgian showcasing that dominance they had in set 1.
Yeah, still early in this 3rd set, but already Conestoga facing that uphill battle here.
There's a nice touch there coming off the hand of Dylan Arndt. Trying to get things back under them are the Condors. That sure will help as they send Duong to the line.
Yeah, Duong with the chance to kind of redeem himself here a little bit. Not having the greatest start to this set.
And there's a nice soft touch. How about that from Bowen Mitten, the Australian?
The Australian import doing well there.
Getting it done. See number 13 get all the way up there and drop that in front of Bowden.
Darian Haynes getting ready to serve here.
Again, Duong with a tough first touch. Clutton tries to save it off the net, but just too sloppy of handling for the Condors to get anything done.
And Conestoga in real trouble here now, down by 6 here. And Georgian's almost halfway to winning this set, so Conestoga's better get back on their game if they want to come back into this one.
It's getting out of hand pretty quickly here at the Hawks Nest. But that sure will help. Dylan Arndt once again able to put it away. His 4th kill of the day. See Dylan Arndt able to just bloop that one over the block.
Yeah, good job there to earn Conestoga a point and get back within 5. They need a few more of those though. Big man there.
Getting up there from his knees. The libero makes the play. Clutton's gonna try to find Lau.
Hey,
and that
classic
goes off.
Lau.
Classic Lau goes off Darian Haynes to the floor. So Lau, a bit of a quiet start. You've seen that play from the backside.
Yeah, Lau surprisingly not much of a factor here to start off this 3rd set, but making his presence known there.
Absolutely. Dylan Arndt is going to check out after that service error. We'll see Daniel Musselman come back in the game.
Bowen Minton right into the net.
Definitely not the touch he wanted.
Yeah, handing the ball right back there to Conestoga. Definitely what they needed. Still down by 4. They're going to need to put up some points here quick if they want to get back into this one.
Crucial time of the game for these Condors, down just 4. It's going to be a tough play here. Nice work from Bowden.
Free ball here for the Grizzlies.
Liam Gray into the middle of the court. Try to put it down. Nice play off the net. And Lau will sail that one. That's some nice play in the middle from Michael Fors. Seen him standing right on that Hawk logo. There he is. He'll go to the serve.
Yeah, Fors has been a little quiet in this one. He was a real big factor in yesterday's game for the Grizzlies against Mohawk, where they really dominated that one.
Michael Fors fresh off that nice play. We'll watch that one sail by him as Eric Katerberg continues to be productive.
Yeah, but Conestoga's playing a dangerous game here. They've been down all set, really, and just kind of exchanging points here, which is really playing into Georgian's hands. Sooner or later, they're going to have to go on a run if they want to stay alive.
Georgian has led this set from the get-go. Tough play for Clutton off the net. He gets it done. Duong sends up a prayer, but it will not find its home. The lead back up to 5 for Georgian. And you mentioned it, Andrew, playing a game of catch-up is a dangerous game against these Grizzlies. Obviously making some errors, but they're also making it tough to capitalize.
Yeah, absolutely, and you got to feel that if this continues for a little bit more, head coach Wayne Harris is going to have to use his first time out.
Clutton puts that one over with the right shoulder. And just out of bounds goes that attack from the Condors. Georgian gets another point, and Andrew, like Nostradamus, calling that timeout, just a point ahead. As head coach Wayne Harris wants to sit down with the fellas and talk this thing over.
Yeah, down by 6 now, and Georgian just 10 points away from taking this third set, and by virtue of that, 2-1 lead. Conestoga is going to need to find a way to get back into this one pretty quick. Not an easy task against this Georgian team who's really been firing on all cylinders in this third set.
Yeah, slow start to today's contest. Plenty of service errors, plenty of ball handling errors, but it's definitely tightened up as this game has gone on, and it's really been the Grizzlies whose play has shined through today. Conestoga obviously coming away in set 2, but other than that, it's been all Grizzlies, and they're continuing that strong play by Reed Saxby and his team. Yeah,
both these teams kind of struggling to find their rhythm, especially very early on in this one, but Georgian didn't take long for them to find their rhythm, really climb back into this into that first set and establish their dominance, winning that first set 25-13. Conestoga having a good answer in that second set, but Georgian, they've been doing a real good job in this one, taking that lead off early, and up by 6 now. They're pretty close to taking this third set.
Awful close they are, just 10 points between them and the set victory. The consolation final of the OCAA Provincial Volleyball Championships. Later on today, we'll have Niagara against Redeemer battle it out for the bronze. And the one everybody's waiting for, 5 p.m. right here in the Hawks Nest. Humber against Fanshawe.
Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds for the gold medal. We cannot wait, but we're not done here just yet, as these Grizzlies trying to close in on a third set victory.
Yeah, just a dominating 7-point lead here, up 16-9. And you feel this one could be over pretty soon if Grizzlies just keep their foot there on the gas pedal.
Especially if Liam Gray stays on the service line, but he will not, as the Condors will gain possession with the point there.
Yeah, definitely what the Condors wanted there to get Liam Gray off the line as we get a look at that last play. Nice little soft touch there to earn the point for the Condors.
Yeah, Sam Thor up there giving everything he had, trying to outstretch for that pancake, but breakfast was not being served. And that big kill from Mitch Armstrong will find its home. Georgian just extending this lead now.
Yeah, back up by 7.
Clutton has to work his way back, but he'll find Lau. Nice work by Gray to get it up. Tough shot here.
Oh.
Whoa.
Almost hit you, Adam.
Just had a close call here in the broadcast booth. I'm trying to make a play on the ball. Wayne Harris is looking for any players next year.
He doesn't look too impressed, Adam.
Yeah,
Maybe next year.
I don't think I'm the guy.
I think Wayne Harris's focus is on a couple other things right now.
Yeah, definitely a tournament where you want to keep your head up. And you see why, as once again, Mitch Armstrong puts it down with authority.
Lead back up to 7 here for the Grizzlies. And only 7 points away. This is real desperation time now for the Condors. It looks like they'd need a miracle just to come back in this one.
It would take quite the run to find themselves back in this game. Clutton into the middle. Romero, somehow that doesn't touch a rafter. May have shaken off some dust up there. Right on top of the net it goes. Liam Gray finding Darian Haynes, and he'll find Georgian's 19th point in the backcourt.
And Georgian Grizzlies turning something out of nothing there in that last play as we got a look there. Real scramble play there. Liam Gray just had to toss it back, but things ended up working in the end as they were able to get that point.
That floater of a serve controlled by Lau. Duong from the backcourt will not go. Georgian again just extends this lead. It's all the way up to 9 now. And I think it's safe to say set number 3 is going to go the way of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, this is their biggest lead of the set, and it's going to be real tough for Conestoga just to come back in this one. And again, like that first set, their best strategy here is just to finish up this set strong and hopefully get things going for the 4th set.
Who's going to get the momentum going into the 4th set?
That looked like a tight play. Looked like it may have touched the line, but line judge, no question, said that was out of bounds.
Yeah, Jordy Romero with quite the hit there. Struck it well, but the line judge on top of things. Nice work by the officials all week long as they've been working hard to call these games day in and day out over this 3-day tournament.
Yeah, not easy either. A lot of high-flying, high-speed balls just landing in and out of play. Tough to make those judgment calls, especially on those edges, but the referees and umpires are doing a great job.
Yeah, it takes me about 3 replays to really know what I'm talking about. For these guys to do it live and in real time is pretty impressive, and the play here from the Grizzlies also pretty impressive as Liam Gray does what he can to get it up there, but cannot be corralled for that second touch.
Lee Mercy having a chance to serve here, entering the game here for the first time for the Condors.
With this big of a lead, we are seeing some fresh faces for the Condors. Perhaps just trying to keep those big hitters nice and rested for set number 4 and possibly 5.
Yeah, this set could be a lost, or looks like it will be a lost cause. So you just have to kind of put it behind you and get ready for the next one.
Bowen Mitten, a nice run here would seal the set. And that one goes off one of the many championship banners inside the North Campus gym. And
hitting our 1995-1996 Men's National Soccer Championship banner.
Shout out to Mike Katz, head coach. Hashtag Bannerville is the mantra for these Humber Hawks, and the Consolation final taking place under the dozens of banners that hang in the rafters.
Yeah, we got that kind of Boston Garden feel here, all these banners hanging down here.
Not much of a Boston fan, but I'll take your word for it, Andrew.
Oh, neither am I, Adam. Take my word for it. Or I'm sure you knew that already, but.
Wesley Lau misses on that kill attempt, and Georgian finds themselves with 24 points. A nice rally here. Ends up with that ball heading out of bounds. 1 point away.
Yeah, set point here. Chance here to go up 2-1. That could be massive.
Liam Gray tries to find Haynes, and he will. That goes off Lau. And the Grizzlies with an identical 25-13 score, same as set number 1, and they take a 2-1 lead in sets in this matchup.
Yeah, Georgian off to a great start in this set, starting to take that lead. Up by 5 and 6 for most of it, and just putting the pedal to the metal there, just running away with it, taking that set by 12 points once again, just like they did that first. And I really didn't see that one coming, to be honest. I didn't think that they were going to be that dominant once again, but here we are.
You want to take a wild guess what Conestoga Condors we're going to see in set number 4? Is it the ones that kind of laid an egg in set number 1 and 3, or will we still see the set number 2 Condors that really brought it to the Georgian Grizzlies?
You know what? I'm going to throw in a real... We'll get a highlight package from that last set, but I'm going to make a bold prediction here. We saw both those Georgian wins 25-13. We saw a 25-20 win by Conestoga. It's going to be a 25-20 win again for Conestoga in this set. Why not? Continue the pattern.
Yeah, it's been a game of deja vu so far. Why not continue with that pattern as we see some of the plays that brought the Georgian Grizzlies to this point in that 2-1 lead. Conestoga having their moments, but it was all Georgian all the time. Set number 4 gonna kick off in about 2 minutes time. Nice crowd already gathering for this consolation final. I'd imagine this gym is gonna fill up as we inch closer to that 5 o'clock start time.
Gold medal game.
Fanshawe, as you said, Andrew, Battle of the Birds.
Yeah, that should be a really great one. You could make arguments that both those teams are really the best 2 teams in the province for men's volleyball. And Fanshawe playing that undefeated record, 20-0 coming into this game on the line. That should definitely be an exciting one.
Fanshawe has only dropped 2 sets the entire season on their 20-0 run, but let's not forget one of those sets was recently to the Humber Hawks. So Humber's going to be hard-pressed to overcome that giant mountain that is Fanshawe. To see some of the crowd get back into the stands with some snacks.
Fanshawe also going for their 3rd provincial championship in 4 years, trying to achieve, I guess, full dynasty status, you could call it. And they've just been so dominant this tournament. We've got a chance to watch them early on going on against Conestoga, and that game, although Conestoga was trying to scrap and keep alive in that one, it really was all Fanshawe all that match as they took the sweep.
Here's that last point of set number 3 that sealed it for the Grizzlies off the hand of Wesley Lau. He usually has the hand in winning points, but there he had the last touch in the loss.
Yeah, Wesley Lau was real quiet in that 3rd set. Not much of a presence at all, surprisingly, after real strong start to this one, having good 1st and 2nd sets. So it's going to be interesting to see how he responds, along with the rest of that Condor side going into this 4th set, which is a must-win, or else that's going to be the end of their weekend.
Yeah, absolutely it. Only one of these teams will head back home fresh off a victory. If the Georgian Grizzlies could get it done here at set 4, it will be a nice bus ride back home.
Yeah, both these teams, you never want to go into the consolation round when you start a tournament, but it's a real important opportunity here for both these teams just to end off on a high note and, yeah, have a fun bus ride home as opposed to a little bit of a down one, I'm sure, if you lose it. Although Conestoga has been a great story here all tournament long, so
sure looks as though they're having fun. You've seen Liam Gray talking to Wesley Lau under the net there.
Why not? You get to go away with your team, you know, stay in a hotel. It's like being a kid again.
Yeah, a little vacation. Obviously a work vacation for these players. Going for that ultimate goal of gold, but these two teams here battling for nothing but pride.
Yeah, not the start that Conestoga wanted there, as Daniel Musselman put that first serve right into the net, handing Georgian an easy 1st point.
Michael Fors on the serve. Haven't seen too much of him today.
Wesley Lau, that soft touch of the net. Georgian onto that, though.
Darian Haynes gets it over. Here's Lau, and that'll go off the torso of Fors into the stance.
And that's the Wesley Lau we were used to seeing early on in this one. Could be a presence to this one. We'll see.
Yeah, now up to 9 kills for Wesley Lau, so definitely making his mark on the score sheet.
Leading the way in that category.
Liam Gray over in 2. That's not going to fool Bowden. They're feeding Lau again, and he'll get him another point. Why not? OCAA Player of the Year. Going to get a lot of looks in set 4 as Conestoga tries to stay alive.
Yeah, Conestoga desperately needs to try and grow this lead here just to stay alive in this one.
Here's Darian Haynes, met by a strong block. Jordy Romero with the kill attempt, but that play already whistled dead for a 2-touch violation. So Conestoga, the back and forth play continues. 2-point lead. Romero's gonna have to work hard, but he can't get it diving over there by the stands.
A little bit of a dangerous play there by Romero, almost diving headfirst into the stands. He's all right, though.
And that's the Conestoga fans, not the crew you're going to want to slide into looking for help if you're a Grizzly. And Jordy Romero will find one off the block, and Georgian back within 2.
Yeah, he's trying to keep up with Lau in that kill category. That's his 8th of the game there. He's been huge for Georgian in this one.
And so has Liam Gray, who puts that serve just off the net, but it's his fellow setter, Ryan Clutton, making a nice play to drop that one down.
Yeah, Clutton, as we get a look at that last play, is quietly putting together a good game. We haven't said his name too much here, but 5 digs, 2 kills on the game already. He's having a good one.
He is the distributor for this very talented Conestoga front court. We'll see what he could do here, giving it up to Bowden. Nice play made there. Darian Haynes says hello to Eric Katerberg on the other side of the net, and Katerberg puts it away.
And Conestoga up by 4 here, and you're getting the feeling that even early on in this set, this could be their set. They continue to put their foot on the gas pedal like they are doing here.
Clutton puts that one into the net for a service error. Georgian is #1 in service aces in the province, #1 in service aces per set, but that really hasn't been the story today.
Yeah, we've seen a lot.
Yeah, plenty of errors for either side, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clutton finds Lau on the opposite side, and Jordy Romero can't get to that one.
Yeah, he put that one in what could have been playable range for Jordy Romero, but just couldn't get a hand on that one. Conestoga reestablishes that 4-point lead here.
After that point, Lau will work his way to the line. Liam Gray gonna find Darian Haynes, who puts that one long. The Condors extend this lead.
Yeah, set high 5-point lead here for the Condors, up 8-3. And the man himself, Wesley Lau, MVP on the service line.
Trying to extend this already massive Conestoga lead, but instead will do the opposite.
Yeah, just a little too much English on that ball as that kind of spun out of control, out of bounds.
And it hasn't exactly been the tightest of sets. When we've had them, it seems as though either team has really taken control. Georgian the first set, Conestoga the second, again the Grizzlies in the third. And set #4 is shaping up to be all Condors.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be that way here so far. But I'm sure Georgian might have a few things to say about that, but not the response they were looking for there.
Yeah, Mitch Armstrong, that one didn't have a whole lot of oomph behind it.
Let's see what Katerberg can do here with serve.
See if any of these servers could find a rhythm. Darian Haynes goes off the fingertips of Dylan Arndt. And Georgian staying within striking distance. So take a look at that last strike from Darian Haynes.
Yeah, Darian Haynes having a real good game here. That's his 7th kill on the day to add to 2 digs.
Clutton there to Arndt. And that goes right in the middle of 3 or 4 Grizzlies.
We gotta look at that one as that landed right in the middle of a trio of Grizzlies, Haynes, Mitten, and Thorup.
Yeah, a couple of sorry bro in that pile, and they're all up and back at it. Liam Gray goes the far side, and putting everything he had into that one was Bow and Mitten. Blockers were no answer for that. Is he Bow and Mitten with a long, strong swing.
And Georgian just kind of playing into Conestoga's hands here, just exchanging points, down by a few, sure Conestoga will be happy to do that and tie this one.
That one looks long and is. Bowen Mitten could not follow up his strong play at the net with a strong serve. Daniel Musselman's turn.
We've seen only one game in this tournament go 4 sets, as all the other ones have either been clean sweeps or been 5-set thrillers. This one looking like it could go 5 sets. Conestoga continues to play like they are now, up by 4.
Yeah, it's sure shaping up that way. Two very evenly matched teams from different divisions, battle of East and West. It's been an entertaining one thus far. Wesley Lau off the block of Liam Gray. And he just keeps stacking up that kill total. Make that a dozen.
Dylan Arndt getting ready to serve here. 13 service aces coming into this one.
That number will stay at 13. Into the middle of the court, Mitch Armstrong makes absolutely no mistake putting that one away with authority.
Yeah, and after Georgian, Conestoga took the lead here, just been back and forth so far here. Georgian's been struggling to climb back into this one.
Bowden on the other side. I think Lau thought he was getting the ball there, but it goes the other way.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there by the Condors, as that was put right into the net.
And what was a sizable Conestoga lead, now just down to 3. Bowden off the blocker, and he'll earn the point for his side.
Conestoga back up by 4 here. Ryan Clutton on the line with the chance to extend this one.
Not giving up that lead just yet are the Condors. Another scream from the Grizzly bench as the Condors set to serve. Clutton's gonna find Lau, and he'll fire that one home dead center court.
Yeah, almost putting that right into the chest of Bowen Mitten. So we'll get another look at that one. Scramble play there by the Grizzlies, who just called timeout right now, and it's a big play there by Lau to put that right in front of Mitten, but just unable to make a play there.
Head coach Reed Saxby of the Grizzlies forced to take a timeout. There you see Wayne Harris talking to his Condors. They currently lead by 5 and gotta be pretty happy with where they're sitting, all things considered.
Yeah, Conestoga should be real happy with how this set's been unfolding for them. They took that lead early and really stuck with it, up by 5 here, and 11 points away from taking this one. So they're getting close to that stretch drive, going down that run. And for Georgian, I'm sure they're just looking for answers here, trying to get back into this one, as they really don't want to extend this into a 5th set where it could go either way.
Absolutely not. That 5th set, oftentimes a coin flip. Who's going to come out victorious? See the Grizzlies getting the team champ going, trying to get fired up as they're trying to erase this 5-point deficit.
Georgian on the court first, followed now by Conestoga.
Not too many lead changes we've seen today, Andrew. It really seems like every set the winner has led it wire to wire.
Yeah, it feels like an early set, or an early lead change, I should say, early on, but it's really in every set.
Off the net is Liam Gray. Darian Haynes, a nice dig by the libero. Scrambling are the Condors, but Clutton gets it over. Into the middle for Armstrong. Here's Lau. Liam Gray able to just pop it up. Armstrong over to Haynes. And that one just misses, squeaks out that back line. Condors extend the lead to 6.
Yep, commanding 6-point lead for them here, as we'll get a little look at that rally.
So nice work done by all. See the big swing from Mitch Armstrong. And another service error. Starting to sound like a broken record with the amount of those we've had.
Oh, we've seen those early and often here.
Ooh, and a tough play made by Conestoga. They didn't want to go over there. And the Grizzlies say, thank you very much. as they put that one away. Bowen Mitten.
Not much of a play there from Musselman, as that one was just out of his reach.
Now, all the talk about service errors, definitely no stranger to them are these two teams. Conestoga had 18 errors against La Cité yesterday. Georgian with 11. That was during their 3-set sweep of Mohawk. Wesley Lau adds a service ace to his already impressive stat sheet.
13 kills on the game for him. Not much of a factor in that third set, but otherwise he's been real big here. OCAA Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's crazy to think someone with 13 kills that you would even say they're being a little bit quiet in this game, but that really has been the factor. We've come to expect phenomenal performances from Wesley Lau. A ridiculous 22 kills yesterday, so he's just getting started here in set 4. Ooh, and Romero didn't have a pretty first touch, and the poor libero Sam Thorup couldn't save it.
As we got to look at that last play, Georgian's kind of in desperation mode here now, down by 7 with Conestoga 7 points away from victory. Georgian's got to put together something real special here just to come back in this set.
Lau with a special serve. That rocket hits the net. Here's Perot chasing other Condors, can't get to it. That is the libero, Keon Merkel, doing everything he could to hustle down that ball, but just couldn't get to it. You see the seas parting for him as he gets to the bench.
Yeah, that line judge had to run that out of the way pretty quick. Thankfully, everyone was fine.
Armstrong with a floater of a serve. In the middle is Bowden, but he'll put that one out. Georgian down 5, still within striking distance. Conestoga has been in control of this set the entire way through.
Yeah, if the Georgian gets this mini run continuing here, they could be right back in this one.
Putting up his Clutton far side. That little floater will be controlled by Liam Gray. Darian Haynes with a power ball. Keon Merkel. Gray up to the far side. That's Perot, and he'll get the point off of Ryan Clutton. These Grizzlies not going down without a fight.
3-0 run here now by the Georgian Grizzlies, and oh man, you get the feeling that they could really get going here if they can continue this. All the momentum has swung to their side.
Definitely momentum on the side of the Grizzlies. We'll see a fresh face in this game. That's Kenneth Poquets, second-year player out of Calgary, Alberta. Makes good on his first serve attempt. Liam Gray setting up Romero. That floater in the middle of the court. And there's big Eric Katerberg.
Just what Conestoga needed there. They needed that big point. Up again by 5 now, just 6 points away from taking this set. They just have to keep their foot down that gas pedal, and things should be okay for them in this set. And we should be close here to setting up a all deciding 5th set.
That's sure looking that way right now, Andrew, is with that big block there. Conestoga now just 5 away. And with a 6-point lead, you can just start to smell that big 5th set coming.
Yeah, as we look at that replay, Alex Bowden and Dylan Arndt all over that play. Getting that big point for Conestoga, up again by 6.
Darian Haynes will put it in there, no problem.
It might be a case of too little, too late here for the Georgian Grizzlies, as they're down by 5 with Conestoga just 5 points away. It's going to be a tough uphill battle for these Grizzlies.
5 points in between these two teams. Set number 4 of the Consolation final. Liam Gray with the second touch to Perot. Lau, Clutton, far side to Bowden. That cross-court shot will go a little too far cross-court. And the serve will remain in the hands of Haynes. That serve just clears. There's a big hit there, deflected off a Grizzly defender. That's Daniel Musselman, able to put it away. Bowdoin's gonna check out of this game. We'll see Lee Mercy come back in. Here's a look at that last point. Definitely deflected off of Jordy Romero.
Let's see what Lee Mercy is able to do here with serve.
Floats one over. Perot makes good on that attack. It'll go down as a kill for number 8.
So we get a replay of that one. Just able to get up there and get all that ball. Not much the Condors could have done there.
Eric Perot, 4 digs, 5 kills. And that one, an absolute bullet from Dylan Art. Darian Haynes had no hope controlling that one.
Yeah, he showed a little bit of frustration there as he was probably just unable to do anything with that one as he deflects it out of bounds. And this one looks like it's just getting out of reach for the Grizzlies.
3 points away for the Condors. Here's Romero, starting to show some signs of life for the Grizzlies here in set 4. He'll put that kill away.
Yeah, Conestoga's been in control all set long, though, kind of up by 4, 5, 6, that range. And sticking true to that here, up 22-18.
So this set not over just yet. If the Grizzlies can make the comeback, that will do it. But if the Condors do pull this one out, we'll go on to a 5th and deciding set.
That one misses, though. Still a tough battle for Georgian to climb up here. Excuse me, that's going to be a point for Conestoga as that was deflected.
Yeah, late ruling there from the official, so instead of a 3-point spread, it goes up to 5. That's a big swing.
And no kidding, Adam, that really changes everything here.
Liam Gray with the second touch. It's Armstrong trying to get that little finesse shot in, but just doesn't make enough contact. Conestoga 1 away. Dylan Art with the set in his hands. Here's Romero. And that one will go off of Musselman for a big Georgian point. They stay alive.
Could be a case of too little too late there, although that was a great kill by Jordy Romero. He's been on all match.
Trying to close the show are these Condors. Grizzlies showing their scrappiness. But that'll do it, and who else but Wesley Lau recording the 25th point, 25-19. The Condors take set forward. Andrew, are you ready for this, my man? Set number 5 coming up shortly.
Set number 5 coming up, and I gotta take a little moment to toot my own horn here. I was off by just 1 point on my prediction.
Not bad, not bad. Pretty impressive day all around as we're gonna get a look at some plays from set number 4 and what was a pretty entertaining one. Some nice rallies contributed by either side.
Yeah, both those teams having a strong 4th set, although Conestoga did well to take that lead early on, and for Georgian, it was just a matter of them just kind of trading points, and that really just played into Conestoga's game when they're up, because you don't mind doing that.
Yeah, we've talked a few times about the pattern in this game, and it's held true as you look at the scores there. 25-13, 25-20, 25-13, your scores. Seeing Wesley Lau not only hitting, but dishing it out. Big Darian Haynes getting involved as well. It's been a doozy of a matchup, and any game this good, I think, is deserving of that all-deciding set 5.
Could you imagine it any other way? This whole match has just been back and forth, and just the perfect way to end this one. A 5-set thriller, perfect way to go for both these teams in the Consolation final.
Why not get in all the volleyball you possibly can? These two teams are going to do just that. Conestoga coming off of a 5-set victory yesterday against La Cité when they went up 2-1 and never looked back, winning that 5th set. And for Georgian, they're coming off a sweep, so maybe some fresher legs on the sides of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but both these teams with different experiences in 5-set matches this tournament. Of course, Georgian started off in a 5-set loss to Niagara. It was a game that you could argue they could have had at multiple times, as the sets they won, they really dominated, but unable to get things done in the end as they let that one slip away, and by virtue letting the championship and their gold medal hopes slip away.
Absolutely, not trying to let this final game slip from their grasp, or really either side here.
Conestoga has a chance to be a real good story in this tournament. Their playoff hopes were kind of slipping at the end of the season, but finished up the season strong, winning 5 of their last 6 regular season games. We'll get a look at some of the replays of that last set, but having a good chance to just finish, or from the match, just the match point here of this replay. But yeah, Conestoga having a good chance here to, it would be a good story here. We're a nice underdog here.
Yeah, absolutely. Conestoga definitely not coming in as one of the, one of the top seeds, one of the real contenders in this tournament with that 12-9 record. But as you mentioned, Andrew, they're coming on pretty well of late with that late run, playing their best volleyball at the right time, and giving the Georgian Grizzlies absolutely everything they can handle.
Yeah, when you're holding your own against a team that's ranked number 11 in the nation, you're certainly doing a lot of things well. And Conestoga doing a lot of things well here. Going to be an exciting 5th set. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Can't afford to make too many mistakes on either side here, so it's going to be an interesting one.
A tale as old as time, East versus West, and it's coming down to a final set. Who will leave the OCAA Provincial Championships with a W? Georgian Grizzlies, Conestoga Condors, we're underway, set 5. Wesley Lau active early. Pancake from Darian Haynes.
Oh.
Getting up in unison are Musselman and Lau as they have a good laugh. And you don't think these players care about set number 5 right off the bat. Sacrificing the body.
Yeah, both these players know that there's not much room for error, so you have to be on your game this whole set.
With the score just going to 15, every point is uber important. And Conestoga will tie it up here.
Yeah, good start here by both these squads. I have a feeling we're not going to see too many errors in this set, or if we do, that really could be the difference in this one.
Yeah, plenty of time to settle down in this one. This game been going on for 91 minutes now. 5-set marathon. Here's Jordy Romero. Makes good on that kill. Not much of even an attempt coming from the Condors defensively.
He's second in the game for kills in this one with 11 to add to his 6 digs. And I think he could be player of the game for Georgian if he continues to be like this.
He would get my vote. And here he is off the net. It's Jordy Romero again, right on cue. That was a 50-50 ball on top of the net, and Romero got 100% of it.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that there. Is just a little too much there for the Conestoga Condors to deal with, and the ideal start here for Georgian.
Clutton will dish it up there to Lau. That floater controlled by Liam Gray. Darian Haynes now with the cross court. It's awful close. Line judge says it's out.
That close play there. A little bit of a lucky break there for the Condors. That'll send Ryan Clutton to the service line. 19 service aces coming into this one.
Jordy Romero can't get it done there. Clutton's gonna feed Lau. Oh, and he met Romero right at the top of the net there and just outlasted him up in the sky.
Yeah, good job by Lau there to kind of force the deflection out of bounds. Nice little play there by the libero, Keon Merkel. Keep that alive.
See those battling vertical leaps. Wesley Lau coming out victorious.
Clutton not happy with himself there as that serve goes right into the net, handing a point there to Georgian.
Yeah, he's one of the stronger servers on this team. He can't be too pleased with giving out that free point.
That one just touches line. Surprised that Conestoga would let that one go.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird formation there. Right off the hop, you seen Wesley Lau run up to the front court, and that ball dropped right where his feet were originally planted, so just some poor alignment there from the Condors.
That one just hanging off the net.
Trying to settle things down. Here's Lau. Nice work from Liam Gray to even get a hold of that. Here's Perot off the block and down. It's Wesley Lau, and he's joined by Eric Katerberg.
Yeah, big play there by Lau at the net. We'll get another look at that one. It's a couple big plays there. Kind of sent Georgian scrambling. And with Lau on the line, a huge opportunity here for the Condors to get back in this and tie it up.
No early lead for either side in this one, but starting to see one form here as Armstrong gets that kill, and it's up to 2. Single digits away, 9 points from that magical 15 that would seal the victory. Clutton with a one-handed set, and Bowden just can't get enough of it to put it over. This Georgian lead extends.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate play there for Bowden as he put that one right into the net. A little too soft on that one.
2 big blockers went to meet him, but at the very least, you want to put that one over. Nice recovery there from the Condors. Can't afford to give up any more points. Liam Gray in the middle of Michael Fours. Wesley Lau showing some athleticism. And Alex Bowden puts it away. That's gonna bring some life into this Condors bench, who are starting to feel this momentum eke toward their side.
As the monster shot there by Bowden. We'll get a look at that here. Nice rally as Lau makes a nice dive there.
Liam Gray, one-handed set, one-handed push from Perot. And he ran out of space, running into that net pole.
They put that one right into the net. This one is airtight. Georgian only up by 1. This one can still go either way.
It appears we've finally broken that pattern of those big early leads, as these teams are remaining tight.
Their backs pushed against the wall. All sorts of crazy things start to happen.
Jordi Romero just has to bump this one over for a free ball. And Bowden makes no mistake. He's starting to catch fire at just the right time.
We're just about at the halfway point. Next point here, then these two teams will have to change sides, but this one has just been a crazy 5th set, going just back and forth. Not much breathing room for either side.
And finally, that shrieking from the Georgia Grizzlies bench pays off, as that'll go down as a service error for the Condors, but they're playing well so far in this one. We're gonna switch sides. 8 points have been scored.
Yeah, both these sides have just been playing real well. Both of them kind of feeling the pressure here. We're gonna get a Liam Gray highlight package here. He's been a real great factor here.
Absolutely. Obviously, he's known for his assists and being a distributor, getting it done, but we've seen him put away a few balls. We've seen him dig a few. Really a jack of all trades for this team, and they've leaned on him all day long.
Yeah, 4 kills for him on the game today. That's a lot more than he's usually known for. Having a great game here right now.
So crucial to his team. Put the ball in the hands of Darian Haynes, another one of those key players we touched on off the top of the broadcast. And Haynes will get first touch here. The middle to Romero. He finds nothing but the net. And this one is all tied up at 8. Now a race to 7. First to 15.
You got to win by 2.
Have to win by 2. A good point, Andrew. So this tight back and forth action is going to need to spread out just a little bit. Musselman not too pleased with himself. He went up for the block there, but deflected it out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough break there from Musselman. Giving Georgian a point here and a 1-point lead for them.
How quiet did this gym get, Andrew? You could feel the tenseness in the building.
All 5th set, it's been pretty quiet here.
A nice crowd assembled for this consolation final, but showing a lot of respect towards these servers.
Can you feel the pressure, Adam?
I could feel it from the booth.
Yeah, not much room to breathe here, and just airtight. Great play here in this 5th set. Very exciting.
What's it gonna be to break this game open? An error, a big kill, perhaps a timeout. Let's find out. Here's Wesley Lau, returned by Romero. Liam Gray, back to Romero, give and go. Off the block, but saved by the libero.
It's gonna be a free ball here for the Condors. Let's see if they take advantage.
Big opportunity. Somehow push back, a great rally forming here. And that is put to an end by Dylan Arndt. He says, we aren't rallying no more. And Dylan puts it away.
Just a monster shot there as we get another look at that one. Conestoga with the 1-point lead here, up 10-9. That's a huge lead here this late.
So after scoring just 13 points in 2 of 4 sets, the Condors now just 10 points away, or apologies, 5 points away from winning it all, but now so are the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it should be an exciting race to the finish here. Airtight, as I've mentioned before. Michael Forrest with a chance for serve.
No time for service errors here as he gets that one over. Clutton with the phenomenal play. Are you kidding me?
Nice little razzle-dazzle finesse play by Ryan Clutton there.
How about the misdirection from Ryan Clutton, running one way, little backhand.
Oh, that's fancy.
Flick of the wrist. No big deal for Ryan Clutton. What a play.
Love it, love it.
Mitch Armstrong with the big swing. It's Clutton again, but Mitch Armstrong will get the better of him. And this one remains tied at Snake Eyes.
And that has just been the story of this set. Team takes the lead, other team right back.
What a match, what a set 5 we've had. And how about a service ace for Liam Gray?
That one just painting the line there.
And that one will force head coach Wayne Harrison to take it a timeout. And my, oh my, what a set we've had here, Andrew.
I am just having a blast here. I don't know about you, Adam, but it's a crazy set here. So you can feel just the pressure in this entire gymnasium. And both these teams not wanting to give anything, but one of these teams will have to go home empty-handed. One of these teams, the winner here, will come home with the consolation final, and kind of a great way to end off this tournament weekend on a high.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Andrew. Not really a medal on the line today for these two teams, but they're sure playing like it, as we'll see that last service ace. And just how about the emotion shown by the Grizzlies after that? Pretty pleased with themselves, and why not?
Yeah, how could you not be pleased with that? Liam Gray doing what he does best, just kind of leading that back line, getting other people involved. And Georgian just 3 points away, but Conestoga just 1 point behind here. This one could still go either way. What's been a very tight and exciting 5th set. And really all game long it's been tight and exciting.
I agree with you 100%, Andrew. What a treat this game has been to take in. Liam Gray with the serve. Here's Ryan Clutton, Wesley Lau when they need him. And they had him.
17 kills on the game for him there.
That is an emphatic kill from Wesley Lau.
Ridiculous. He's able to just get up there and get so much power on that ball. So hard to stop for those other teams.
Tied at 12. First to 15 wins it. Need to win by 2. Nice dig there by the side of the Grizzlies.
Thought for sure that'd be a Condors point. But then it ends up being Condors point anyway on the double touch.
2-touch violation charged against these Grizzlies. That'll get Reed Saxby to his feet, and he'll call the timeout as this game is slowly starting to slip away from these Georgian Grizzlies.
Yeah, we're getting into kind of basketball territory here with all these teams using their timeouts at the last few moments here. Conestoga doing a great job coming out of that last timeout with a lot of energy, taking 2 quick points there. Just 2 points away from taking victory in this exciting consolation final.
What a great start to the day. This consolation final has been coming up after this one. About half hour, 45 minutes after this one concludes, we will have Niagara College against the Redeemer Royals for that bronze medal. Redeemer is the defending bronze medal winners from last season. And of course, we all know by now, 5 o'clock, the Hawks are going to be packing the gym for the gold medal game between the Hawks and the Fanshawe Falcons. But until then, we catch the Georgia Grizzlies taking on the Conestoga Condors.
We mentioned before, both those teams in the gold medal game will be heading to Red Deer, Alberta for the Canadian College Men's Volleyball Championship. And that could end up being a preview of the gold medal game there. We'll see.
Absolutely. So right now we're in set 5, OCAA provincial action. Liam Gray looking for Jordy Romero. That's off the block, but it's saved by the Grizzlies. Liam Gray just has to give up a free ball. Wesley Lau, that's off the hands of the libero Thorup. And Conestoga 1 point away.
Pretty surprised here that head coach Reed Saxby isn't calling his second time out here. Their backs are pushed against the wall here. We get a little applause here by the Conestoga fans.
Georgians need to keep themselves alive, and they'll do it. That one goes off the hand of Wesley Lau and directly through the Humber H. That's the first time I've seen that.
Just perfect aim right through the H.
A little 3-point field goal. I don't know if they count that in volleyball, but it's still match point.
It'll go on the score sheet as extra credit.
Wesley Lau seals the deal for the Conestoga Condors as the boys will rush the court and congratulate their most valuable player. The Conestoga Condors lost big in a couple of sets as they raise Wesley Lau to the skies here in the Hawks Nest. Andrew, what a game, what a performance.
Yeah, Wesley Lau just monster almost all game. He had a little bit of a quiet third set there, but coming out strong than all the other ones and leading the way. 19 kills on the game for him, pretty close to his 22 from yesterday. To add to 6 kills and was really all over the court in this one. A great story here for Conestoga, and on the other side, a disappointing weekend here for Georgian. They had gold medal aspirations coming in, but end up falling to 6th place here in the Consolation final.
6th place, the highest ranked Eastern team in this tournament. They're ahead of La Cité, and you mentioned it, Andrew. These scrappy underdogs from Conestoga just constantly found a way to get it done.
Yeah, and Conestoga pulling off the double E sweep, both of them in 5 sets as they beat La Cité in 5 sets yesterday, and again doing the same thing here against Georgian, both against very strong squads. And you gotta love the fight that Conestoga showed up with here all weekend, never really giving up, and despite some really tough matchups.
See Reed Saxby, even with the loss, with a smile on his face. There's Liam Gray, who I feel just might have his name called fairly soon as we await the player of the game announcements. And I think we also have a shoe-in for the side of the Condors. Wesley Lau with his 19 kills. Goes to Darian Haynes, the big hitter on the outside who received all those smashes from Liam Gray.
And your player of the game from the Conestoga Condors, number 1, Ryan Clutton.
And Ryan Clutton
Congratulations.
will get the honors for the
Ryan.
Conestoga Condors. Once again, he had 5 digs, 2 kills, but really the distributor.
Yeah, all over the court was Clutton this one, having a real strong game. I don't think they like to give the player of the game to 2 players, or to the same player twice in this one, as Lau took it in yesterday's game.
Pretty good problem to have, not having to double up on those player of the game honors.
Absolutely, although you could argue that he deserved it, but good game all around by both these teams. Both of them really showed up to play here. Definitely had their sets for each of them, but in the 5th set, when it mattered, both of them came out to play, but Conestoga coming out ahead by 2, winning at 15-13, and just a great game here. A lot of great volleyball we've seen here all weekend, and just a pleasure to watch and call, really.
Yeah, it's been an absolute treat all week long, and you see there a final nice moment for these visiting Conestoga Condors as they'll get their team pitcher after securing the Consolation final here in the OCAA Provincial Volleyball Championship. Danielle Dupuis is sitting on the sideline. She's going to await the player of the game, Ryan Clutton, as soon as they break from this team pitcher. Working his way over now is Clutton. A nice shot of the team as they head back to their bench. For more on this game with Ryan Clutton, we're going to send it over to Danielle Dupuis. Danielle?
Hello and welcome back to the sideline. We have to ask, phenomenal game out there. You guys were moving around everywhere. It was a little bit of a tough one going back and forth. What do you think the team did well today?
Oh, I think we played pretty well as a team overall. They're a very good team. They played us all the way to the end. It was a 5th set, so it was battled right to the very end. So we just came out on top, which was good for us today.
And anything to add for how well you guys did this season?
Well, we had some 5th-year guys that played really well at the end. West Lau got like 19 or 20 kills, so I mean, we're going to miss them next year, but they were really good for us this year.
How's it been playing with him, knowing that he's already set the standard so high going in onto the court now? So how's it been playing with him?
Oh, well, I mean, you can't really replace a West Lau, so when you come back next year, you just got to try to fill in one guy with maybe 6 guys that work better as a team, so we'll see what we can do next year.
See what you guys can do next year, and back to you.
Well put there by Ryan Clutton as he talks about losing West Lau next season. Going to be a real big loss, but a day of celebration for these Conestoga Condors as they do win the Consolation final. We got Niagara and Fanshawe coming up, or Redeemer and Niagara coming up in just a short while. Stay tuned for that. For Adam Lucier and my partner Andrew Milani, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you later.